And good evening, everybody. Welcome to Midwest Miniature Guy. It's work in progress Wednesday stream. It's Wednesday already. I almost said Manic Miniature Monday, but that was 2 days ago. Hope you all are having a great week. We are going to be working on a pretty cool figure. I don't, unfortunately, I don't remember her name. I know that she's an herbalist. I know that she is from Reaper Miniatures. She's either from the Bones USA or Bones Black. I'm pretty sure Bones USA line of figures. The detail was great on her, but we are going to be doing some hard colors tonight. And I don't mean that as in this is, people always think, oh, yellows and oranges and reds are hard. I would say that if you don't know how to do them, they're difficult. But we're going to try and alleviate that fear of painting those colors to kind of help you out and show you at least how I do it. It's Hey Schwartzbauer, good evening. It's a little bit. It might be a little bit different than what you've seen other people do, which is totally fine. I know some people when they're like, "Oh, to paint red, you have to paint pink first." Well, no, you don't. You can use a darker shade of red, and or to paint yellow, you have to paint blah 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 first. I'm like, no, you can paint yellow. You're fine. It's and I don't want to talk down to anybody or talk to you like you're a child or anything like that. Your experiences will vary when it comes to painting these colors, and that's fine. I'm just trying to get them out on the palette here. So I've got some yellows, I've got some oranges, I have some greens, I have some purples, and I have some brown, orange browns, which will help in creating yellows and oranges as well. Because there are a couple different yellows that you can do. You can go from a purple to a yellow if you want to do it that way, or you can go more from a brown to a yellow. And I think what do we got here? There's my dark orange brown. See, and even starting from an orangey brown rather than a bright color, which is fine. You can do that. I would even encourage you to do that. Try different things, right? That's what painting is all about. Whether it's 2D painting or it's 3D painting with minis or models or what have you, your mileage is going to vary on what you're painting. And like I said, I'm going to grab some greens here as well, because she's got some fronds on her here, and I want to get back to so I can show you guys. There we go. So this is our figure. I think her name is Ostara or something like that. Anyway, she's a beautiful little figure. She's actually kneeling. She got these cute little boots back here. Beautiful hair. If I didn't want to do yellows, I would have painted her like Beauty from Beauty and the Beast, given her some nice dark brown hair with a blue and white dress and chemise. It would have, yeah, would have looked like my wife actually. But I want to do yellows because I want to do her in these nice bright colors. And like I said, she does have some plants in here. She's actually holding a leaf. And she's definitely not a fighter. She's just a little herbalist. She's here to make sure that your plants are fine. She's probably a druid of some kind, to be honest. You could play her as a druid. This would actually, to be fair, this figure would be a great druid. Hey, I want to give a shout out quickly to PGH Tom, who followed yesterday, and to Mr. Demilich, who followed 36 minutes ago before I was even on. Hello. Thanks for the follow. That kicks us up to 537 followers. We are only 3 away from our 540 goal. That's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm just getting these colors going here. There we go. And then I'll show you the palette of what we're going to be working with, which is scene 3. So as you can see, and I'll point them out to you, we have burnt orange, we have orange oxide, regular orange, dark orange green, regular orange green, then we have dark camo green, camo green, was it bright pale? No, excuse me, it is bright yellow green, and then bright pale green. And then we also have our yellow up here. We've got some reds, we have some blues and purples, and yeah. And of course, we'll end up doing a flesh tone of some kind. We'll have some metallics as well, because she's got the scythe here, and I got to figure out what skin tone I want to do with her. I'm leaning towards a dark brown hair, but we'll see. I do know that our main, and of course we got to get some browns in here too, because she's got this lovely satchel filled with her veggies and plants and such, and looks like another little pot or something here, and and her little pouch, and it looks like she's wearing, okay, so she's wearing an apron with her dress, which is good for her, and then she is wearing a bodice. Okay, so there's the bodice. It's really good actually to be able to pick some of these things out, so we can kind of focus on what's going to be what color. Because what I might want to do is, instead of, nope, I am still here. There we go. So she got the bodice. Just because what I might want to do is maybe do a blue or a black bodice to contrast the bright colors that we're going to do on the chemise and the skirt. And I'm thinking that her apron is going to be more of a pale green. So that's what I'm thinking anyway. Let's grab some music here. Where were we at? We were at this room. We were right down here. We'll go with snow. Schwarzbar says, so I did something and got the rest of the band for your drummer at 75mm and got it at a good price and with my bartering skills. Oh, well, thank you, sir. I will have to, I'll have to get you some cash. So yellow. There are 2 ways to do yellow, and I think maybe this might be a fun way to do it. We can go, like I said, we can go either purple or we can go kind of more of an orangey brown. And I think what I want to do is, for her, I think for her skirt, we're going to do the orangey brown. So I'm going to go with the dark orange. What's it? Dark, what's it called here? Dark orange brown, up to yellow. Now, remember, I'm just getting base coats on here, but I'll show you, midtones, highlights, if we do a shade or not. But yeah, so here's her apron, here's her chemise, here's her skirt. And you're going to be like, how are we going to turn that into a bright yellow? And I will show you. So Schwarzbauer used his dwarven bartering skills. Talk softly, but carry a big hammer. And the colors that I'm using are Pro Acryl colors. Oh, Jeremy from Minis Monthly. Nice. Nice guy. And that is kind of in the way, but that's fine. Okay, so there's going to be our base coat for our yellow, orangey yellow color. And then I think we'll give her an orange chemise. Now, what I'm going for with orange chemise is actually true orange. So I need to start darker. What I can actually use is this burnt orange color. And this is obviously not competition, right? This is silly. This is going to be fun. This is going to be for the game table. We're not going to spend a tremendous amount of time on this. We just want to get some colors on here and just have fun. We're going to have fun with it. As you can see, I almost tried to paint the bodice, but we're not painting the bodice yet. I want to get the sleeves. That's one nice thing here too, is that this is just going to be for her chemise. So where's her collar? That looks like it anyway. Very nice guy. You're giving him 42 jalapeno sticks and some cash, not breaking the bank. Oh, that's cool. See, now I already got on the chemise right there. That's okay though. Like I was telling my friend Alex, it's just paint. We can paint over it. It's no big deal. And orange can be very finicky, but that's why we're starting with a dark color, so we can go up. Tenny, what's going on? Good Wednesday evening to you. So I think what I want to do, and we're kind of keeping in like a little bit of autumnal colors here, yellows and oranges. So obviously she's harvesting some stuff, right? So we can even make this little leaf auburn, right? We can make it kind of orangey, right? So I think what I want to do We're going to grab a little bit of this camo green. Because we want to have... I mean, she's going to be colorful, right? But very earthy colors. So I think the apron is going to be more green. See, that's already given it some life, right? Everyone knows him as snow. Get that wrap right there. We don't see it too much up here because it's underneath her collar. Do I ever get painter's block when working on models? Yes. I am on painter's block with this currently. I thought I was done. I just think that it needs a little bit more. It's one of the reasons why I didn't have it at Con of the North this year or put it into the competition, because it's not there yet. And I don't know, like, I added a tree to the base, so I didn't want this to be like mountains anymore. I just wanted them to be rocks. But I don't know what more I can do with the dragon, and I'd like to talk with a couple other painters and maybe get some better ideas. Do I need to highlight? Do I need to shade down? You know, is there something more I can do with the wings? So this thing is kind of like on hold right now because there's more that I want to do to it, and I don't know what. 8-bit for life. What's going on, Amber? There's my booth buddy. Thank you. Wow. Thank you for the gifting 3 tier 1 subs. Holy moly. That's awesome. Thank you so much to the Crow Dad, Dead Nerve, and Tenny. Thank you so much, Amber. Holy cow. Everybody who just received a sub, please thank 8-bit for that. That's huge. Thanks, Amber. Amazing. We got one of the best communities here, man. We just painter communities in general are just awesome. Man, if we could get 4 more subscribers, that'd be awesome. Then we can meet that goal. But that's a huge jump. Thank you, 8-bit. So I think for her bodice, we're going to go with this dark blue. And then we'll highlight up from there. That's very generous of you, Amber. Thank you so much. How is your night going? Just used your new airbrush to prime some minis. Fantastic. She sent me a text with the new airbrush. She got an Iwata. I want a better. I want a better airbrush too. I don't use an airbrush that much though. I don't have the room for it, to be fair. So much faster than paint on primer. Oh yeah. Oh, in a heartbeat. And it dries so much faster too, right? Because the air just pushing it on there. Yeah, that's cool. I used mine when I did a couple of big dragons. That was years ago though, and I need to get mine cleaned or something. It's not working correctly. That is dark red. What if we use this dark red and no paint lines? Yeah, exactly. Let's make these little fruit things here red. And then we'll use a little bit of camo green here. On these leafy fronds. So Amber, have you recovered from Calling of the North? I really hope you had a good time. I know you said you did, but... Okay, so now, while we let that dry, I'm going to mix a little bit of our orange brown into our dark orange brown. This is going to give us our midtones for her skirt. Con of the North is the best. I've been chatting with people in a few Discord servers about it. Excited for next year. Yeah, I think everybody's pretty excited for next year. I think with the... I'm hoping that with the amount that I made this year, sales-wise, that's kind of convinced Kim, or at least helped convince her that getting a hotel room will be apropos for me. Time suffering. So we're trying to just leave that dark orange brown in the recesses here. So we've got that nice mid-tone cooking here. Yeah, I can't imagine what it's going to be like when we get into a larger space with more vendors and room. It's going to be pretty awesome. At least I hope so, anyway. My buddy Nick Sampson from Epic Realms Twitch and podcast is going to be talking with some of the folks. So I'm kind of hoping that to actually get some guests and stuff coming in. You know, like Ed Greenwood or Todd Lockwood. Or Richard Byers, or like, you know, some authors and game designers and things like that that Nick has talked to on his podcast that he has befriended. And that'd be super cool if we could do a podcast there. Okay, so I know it doesn't look like it's changed too much, especially since it's dried, but we definitely have that darker section there, a little bit brighter up here. And now we're going to go with our orange brown. Can everybody see? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is just regular orange brown. We're still sticking with any brown color here. But you're going to be able to see the yellows coming out of this here pretty soon, because I'm going to add some yellow into it. You see where you have this shadow section right here? We're just going to go like that. Is that a hedgehog? I just saw them. She's got hedgehogs. I thought they were little plants. They're hedgehogs, guys. Look at her little face. You can't see it. It's too small. But she's got hedgehogs down by her feet. Well, those are going to be fun. Those are so tiny. How am I going to do that? That's so tiny. Oh, we'll figure it out. So it's still orangey yellow. So now we're going to take some regular yellow here. And we're going to take a little bit of our orange brown. We're going to mix that together. Daedalus Studios had a series of dragons with cute creatures in their bases. Mice, toads, butterflies. Super adorable. Oh, cool. Now remember, we're building up gradients here as we go. So once again, we're going to start up here. Zoom. So like I said, now we've added that golden yellow in. Or excuse me, candlelight yellow. We've added candlelight yellow into that. PGH Tom, hello, good evening. Welcome in. Thank you again for the follow. I'm not sure if you were here when I said that, but thank you. I appreciate it. We are painting yellows and oranges tonight to try and let people know that it's easy to do and not be scared of it. Because sometimes new painters are like, yellow, orange, red, yuck, or white. Tom says, thanks, I like your work. I've never painted a mini, but I'm looking to start. Oh, awesome. Well, welcome to the chaos that is miniature painting. Because there's so many different styles out there. You're going to find your own. As soon as, as you get started. My thought on getting started is go find the first Learn to Paint kit by Reaper. It'll have everything in there for you, along with a couple of figures. Along with a booklet on how to paint those figures. And some of it's just dry brush, which is really easy. And then they go for, they get harder and harder. So you start looking at like skin and fabric and I think hair. And then they also do like non-metallic metal. But that's like down the road, right? They have different Learn to Paint kits for those. And they come with different colors. So it's not like you buy a Learn to Paint kit all the time, at each stage and you're getting the same colors. You're actually getting... Oh, 8-Bit, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. And so it... holy cow, we're at 7 subscribers. That's awesome. Thank you. And use your Prime, too. That's fantastic. But those are some of the things that I actually grabbed when I was learning how to paint, was a couple of those Learn to Paint kits. Holy cow, we have made our sub goal. 8-Bit gifted a tier 1 sub to Warp Drive Dude, Crafty Nerd Paints, and PGH Tom. Thank you, 8-Bit, for those another 3 tier tier 1 subs. Holy moly. Thank you so much. But if you ever have any questions, or if you want to watch some of the VODs, or click, you can click onto the YouTube channel as well. Or, if you found me on Facebook or Instagram, you can feel free to message me there, or you can email me at midwestminiatureguy@gmail.com, and I would be happy to answer questions that way as well. All right, so I've added a little bit more yellow into our orange, brown, yellow mix. You're just looking up the Reaper kits. Those look great. I appreciate your helpfulness. Absolutely. That's what I'm here to do is help. This is an herbalist from Reaper Bones. I believe it's from their Bones USA line. Let me see if I can find her here. Hold on just a second. I'll find her name and her SKU number. Reaper Miniatures. Come on. You can do it. All right, we're gonna search here. Herbalist. It's thinking about it. There she is. Juliana Dreadmere Herbalist. Human Druid. I was right about the Druid. Sculpted by Bobby Jackson. The SKU number is 44017. There she is. She is with Mr. Quibble, her hedgehog companion. Well, there's 2 hedgehogs, actually. Let's see if I can... Oh, there we go. So this was originally painted by Ann Forrester, and you can see how she painted her. And I'm doing it obviously a little bit different. She did go with the brunette hair. Leafy greens. We are going to do a brown satchel. I might do mine a little bit more pale brown. But she went with more of almost like a gold apron and cuffs on her sleeves. And obviously like a light blue, teal, and purple dress. But we're obviously going more autumnal colors with her, which is fine. Everybody's going to paint their stuff differently, and that's fine. Tom says, neat, I'm using the big internet to browse Reaper while I watch you on my phone. Yeah. Thanks for saying. Yeah, absolutely. I like being able to do that. Reaper's a great company. Dark Sword Miniatures is another great company. If you like cool old school style sculpts, check out Otherworld Miniatures. And Hassle-Free Miniatures. Otherworld and Hassle-Free are out of the UK. Reaper is from Denton, Texas. And of course, my friend and buddy, Mr. Jim Ludwig at Dark Sword Miniatures, right here in lovely Crystal, Minnesota. But there's a ton of different miniature companies out there, so those are just some of the ones that I like. All right, now I think we're going to go straight up Candlelight Yellow here. So there's our yellow. We started at a dark orangey brown, and we're making our way up to a yellow. Tonight. Looking up and bookmarking for the future. There you go. Don't be intimidated by minis. I will say that starting with the Learn to Paint kits and also just getting some Reaper bones to practice on are great. Or going to if you have a local game shop, go there and see if they have like a discard or discount minis bin. Even some of the WizKids D&D minis are good to work on because they're cheap. Or if you know somebody that has a 3D printer and can just print you out cheap stuff, you know, or cool figures. So you can definitely tell we've got some yellow in there now, right? Like that, yeah, that pops pretty well on the screen. So I'm gonna grab back. So this is pale yellow. And we're just going to grab... Sure we are. Come on. Open up. Just a dot of that. We're going to grab our yellow. We're going to mix a little bit of that pale yellow into our yellow. So if you haven't noticed yet, PGH Tom, I mix a lot of colors. So if you ever hear me say I'm mixing, you know, this pale yellow into this yellow or this red into this red, it's because I'm creating a gradient of colors. I'm starting dark and I'm going up to light. And you can always shade down with washes or glazes, you're new, don't worry about that yet. You're going to want to just get brush control, dry brushing, and layering down, and that's all you'll need actually for to paint minis. I do some competition work, or I do display figures, so it, and I've been painting for 26 years, so a lot of this stuff is, unfortunately, it's like second nature to me now, and I try to make it as easy to understand and show it here on screen, so you can see it in real time what I'm doing. So right now I'm just layering. Like, I haven't used any washes or glazes or anything like that. This is just layering. I could, but I'm not going to. So this is our pale yellow mixed in with our candlelight yellow, and I'm just gonna take it like so. See, that's really bright. To me, that's really bright because I've been working like semi-dark yellows. We're just gonna run that like that. And we're gonna add a little right there. We're just gonna try and smooth that out. And you can see I'm just trying to hit some of the higher edges here. Like so. So yeah, that's just that, a little bit of pale yellow mixed in with that candlelight yellow. I'm just going to hit a couple of highlights there. Now with this, you can see in the skirt, there's a dip right there. So what we want to do is we just want to hit the curve, the upward curve of the skirt. Like right there. And then we got to kind of be careful here because we have a large area on her right buttocks. And we don't want to just go, oh, pale yellow right there. What we want to do is we just want to maybe thin it down just a little bit. And we'll go just like that. I think I want to do that. So we just connected these two little sections here. And then we're just going to go like that. Just a little pale yellow dot right there. And we're not going to see too much underneath here per se, because as I'm looking at it, if we're going zenithal lighting, which is the light coming right straight down on the top of the head, this is going to be in shadow. Like this is going to be in shadow down here. So I'm going to leave that alone. And then I'm just going to grab a little bit of pale yellow, straight up pale yellow here, not mixing it. And then we're just going to go right there, there. And this is almost white. We're not going to go straight white though. There. So there's our yellow for her skirt. Now, does it look like super bright yellow? No, it's going to be, this is definitely more of a muted yellow, except for those highlights. But again, we're going, at least I'm going for more of an autumnal feel to her. She's in the process of harvesting. So now we're going to work on her blouse or her chemise, because I have a feeling that it probably actually goes underneath her skirt, just like like my wife's chemise does for her Renaissance Festival dress. So we used that burnt orange as a base coat. Well, now we're going to use an, an orange oxide. It's a little bit brighter. But this is a little bit smaller area, so I'm not going to mix it into our burnt orange. I'm just going to use this as the mid-tone. And as you can see, this orange oxide is definitely more of an orangey rust color. That's fine. We're going to be, this is a mid-tone, we're going to be highlighting. No big deal here. Remember, it's just paint. You can always paint over it. If it's a metal mini, you can strip it with acetone. If it's a plastic figure, you can use some simple green. That paint will come right off. Try not to use simple green too much on the on a 3D print. Found out this weekend from a couple folks that it will even the simple green, the chemicals that are in it will melt the resin of a 3D print. So you got to be careful with using that. You tried painting again? Awesome, Nate. You need to get new paints? We should. I don't know how old your paints are. Sometimes you can reconstitute them with some water or some medium, but if they're really old, probably best to go ahead and toss them and start new. Yeah, simple green's good. I use it for regular plastic figures. 3 years? Okay, well, they're not 20 years, so that's good. I would try some paint retarder, drying retardant, and some water, like a 50-50 mix of that, and put those in your paints and see if that helps. You gotta Not forget her collar. If you see me going over a section multiple times, because I'm building up that color. I'm letting it dry. I'm either blowing on it or I'm just letting it dry naturally and then going back so I can build up that color more and more. And Lead Logic, I don't know if he's in right now, but he's one of my moderators here and a friend of mine. He's a he always like, You've got these great sharp points on your brush, and keep telling him like it all comes back to just learning brush control. Your handle thing is cool. I was wondering when I first saw it if the stabilizers would get in the way. I'll have to make something like that. Yeah, this is really cool. This is actually from Foxbite. You can find them on Amazon. I think they are like 30 bucks, but this is magnetized. So I can have multiple figures going at a time. And they also have different sizes, so it's still like a hexagon, but it's like this big, or it's still or a circle, but it's like this big for like larger figures. But yeah, check out Foxbite on Amazon. Pick you one up. It's really quite handy because then you're not handling the model, and you can rotate this to get all sides of it. And you can. There's times too where I'll need to go like underneath, and the metal part here helps me stabilize, and I can get into that section if I have to put it upside down. But it's also nice to be able to rest your hand on, or if you're trying to get into a really like tight spot, you can rest your brush on it and kind of like maneuver down into where you need to go, like if I was going to do the eye. So yeah, it comes with 3 different sizing for it. I actually glued mine in because it was popping in and out. I don't know if I'd ever put it down here, but I do like it right here. Yeah, I showed this to 8-bit when she was my booth buddy. yeah, she's just posting it. Yeah, 8-bit says I bought one after seeing Tom use it, and it's great. I couldn't get the metal stabilizer to work. It popped out, but the rest works well for me. Glue it in. If you find a spot where you can't, you know, that works for you, yeah, just glue it in. Like this right here works perfect for me, and that's where I want it. Hey, Sealed is in. My brushes all look like they went to Bellatrix Lestrange's barber. That's funny. Yeah, Lead Logic's a good friend of mine, and so I made him a moderator here. So I still don't know if it was a good move, but you know, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, now we're gonna mix some orange into our orange oxide because we're gonna start building up our highlights now. Yes, Sled is here for the puns. That is true. He is the punisher. Yeah. You know what your friends would do with that kind of power? Yeah, yeah. Well, we've got to moderate the moderator too, so that's why I'm here. But Pardon me. Is very, very dry here. I think I say that every stream, but it is. It's been just stupid cold. Our whole house is just dry. So it'll be nice when it actually hits in the 40s next week and get some rain. You're like rain on dry land. Yes, it will warm up soon. I can't wait. I told my wife I'm going to start wearing shorts again here. It's going to be in the 40s. She's like, you're going to freeze. I'm like, not after minus 18. Les says, I burnt out a space heater yesterday. Had a good 10 to 12 years. Yeah. Holy cow. As you see, I'm putting my pinky on there to stabilize my hand. Yeah, next week's definitely going to be heat wave, Tenny, for sure. Yeah, some of us here in chat, like Led and Tenny and Schwarzbauer and 8-Bit, we all live here in Minnesota or Wisconsin. And it's been minus 18, I think a couple of days ago it was minus 38. So, yeah, little cold. And people will ask us, why do we live where the air hurts to breathe? And I just say, well, we don't have alligators or giant bugs or hurricanes or earthquakes. We just have tornadoes in the spring, maybe summer. But other than that, we go fishing. Or we paint minis. Led says on Monday night, I think it was close to Fahrenheit and Celsius meet. Yeah, Monday it was frickin' cold. As I like to say, it was stupid cold. Because it was stupid. It was dumb. It should never ever be that cold. It kills the sandworms too. Yeah, see? Exactly. And we all know that the spice must flow. So if we can keep the sandworms away in the wintertime, they're small. You kill them off when they're small. Like Prince said, the cold keeps the bad people out. Oh, yeah, that's true too. If the heat goes out, we die. Well, or we just we trudge to target, right? That's what we do. We trudge to target. Yeah, Tinny, I'm glad you didn't have to work either, man. It was brutal out there. I didn't work either, but I also work from home, so it doesn't really matter. I used to work outside, though, and I get it. It sucks. I was a delivery driver. Doing delivery work when it's that cold out. Like, people shouldn't expect stuff. just let us stay home. Excuse me. That's why I say that is young man's work now. I'm no longer there. I can't do it anymore. And I'm okay with that. Okay, now we're going to go straight orange here. Once again, we're building up the color. She's going to have a little pumpkin shirt. Wee pumpkin shirt. That's how bright that orange is. So you see what we did from like just the orange into the orange oxide. Now we're hitting it with the regular orange. That's nice and bright. There was a discussion on a Discord channel that I'm a part of. The Dwarven Axe painting competition, where they're like, what color orange is that? And they're showing a mini, and I'm like, well, it looks like it's a dark orange with a light orange with maybe a purple wash. Let's see. Tom says, it seems like a decent place, though. I can light stuff on fire and put another coat on. If I take off too many clothes, people start getting upset. Yeah, yeah, that is true. And I'm a big guy, and nobody needs to see me without clothes on. That'd just be wrong. She's flashy, yeah. I mean, we're trying to make her nice and bright. I come from a comic book background, so a lot of my stuff is the contrast. You know, I want to make sure that this can be seen from like 3 feet away. And go, that's my character right there. I know exactly what my character is. Yeah, you too? Yeah. We are in the same boat, my friend. You'll have to excuse me, sometimes I sing. I'm not great at it. I'm a drummer, so but I do background vocals for the band that I play in up here. I have to keep some kind of vocal chops going. My wife's the singer, though. She can sing really well. Yours is currently easy to spot. It's the only one rocking an unpainted beige mini in your campaign. I mean, you know which one it is, right? It's that one right there. What kind of music does my band play? My band is a Irish punk band in the veins of Dropkick Murphys, Flogging Molly, and the Pogues. And we actually have, well, we'll have 2 albums out eventually. The first one is out. It's called Will Work for Beer. And we've got a couple of originals on there as well. We're called The Serfs, SERFS, if you're so inclined to go find us. If you're on Instagram or anything, it would be Instagram.com/TheSerfsMN, as in Minnesota. Well, we all work for beer. Well, beer and pizza, you know, especially if we have to move a friend, you know. But the band has definitely done that. So we should have some videos or something up with some of the songs. But we have a new album coming out this year, hopefully, knock on fake wood, called Working Still. We're just trying to get artwork and stuff like that put together, and yeah. Should I keep going on that orange, or that looks pretty good on camera. What do y'all think? Should I go one more highlight? Just like on like the very curves here? If I grab a little pale yellow, oh, that's too much. If I went like, ooh. See, I went back. Well, maybe we're okay here. You can also go... Thank you, Led. See, this is what moderators are for. I should have just asked my moderator. Okay, so add a little bit of pale yellow into our orange. And I'm just going to hit the curvatures here. Led says, I saw you had a mention in the First Avenue page, all in the legendary status of Tom. First Avenue page? For the Surfs? We've never played First Avenue. That'd be interesting. Hopefully they're saying something nice about us. Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to click on that link to read what's going on with that. I played it. You played at a sub bar for First Ave? We did? Logo? We were scheduled to play at the Turf Club, and that was for 2020, and they canceled on us because of COVID. Okay, let's check this out. What is this? Oh, that's... Oh, yeah, that got canceled. That was back in 2020. See, that would have been nice to have. Wow. Well, that's pretty cool. Huh. Well, that's neat. Oh, what could have been? That could have... I think that gig could have propelled us quite a bit further in the Minneapolis scene if we had gotten to play with the Provisional at the Turf Club. I really do. But COVID shut us down. And we never rescheduled the gig. They never reached out to us to reschedule or anything like that. Would have been one of our first big ticketed events too. Mm, that hurts. That hurts now. Oh well. We're fine. We're fine. It's fine. Well, that's kind of our yellow and orange there, folks. Um, Pretty much highlighted the orange up with a little bit of that pale yellow. So now I think we're gonna do the apron here. Led says my cousin was an Alpha Centauri and Angst emo band and saw him at 7th Street Entry. Nice. PGH Tom says, but then you would be busy out there filling stadiums and out here painting. I'd probably still be here painting. It's actually, I'm very much a homebody. I toured around when I was in my teens and 20s. I was in a kind of prog band out in the Seattle area. And but yeah, we toured up and down the Washington area. Tom loses his nice and becomes like U2 and going pop and forgetting his Irish roots. Yeah, probably. Starts getting angry and throwing drums off. That's one thing that I could never do. I grew up poor, right? I grew up so poor we couldn't afford the O and the R at the end of that word. So whenever I see somebody destroy a piece of equipment, like throwing, like Kurt Cobain smashing his. So I grew up in the Pacific Northwest in the 90s. I can't stand Nirvana. But seeing him like destroy Dave Grohl's drums during a gig, it's like, would you stop that? I couldn't afford them. Gets a Noel Gallagher and starts fighting other mini painters. That's right. We fence with brushes. We write at dawn. We joust with brushes. We use trikes as our horses, as our mounts. Well, that says, yeah, I don't like waste like that. Donate it to some kid for Make-A-Wish or something. Yeah, see, it just bugs me to see a perfectly good drum set or guitar or bass or whatever just destroyed for no reason. Like, I got mad at Jimi Hendrix for lighting his guitar on fire, and I wasn't even alive when he did that. At the stroke of dawn, yeah. Oh. He'll be here all week, folks, with puns galore. Okay, so we went with dark camo green. We mixed camo green into dark camo green. Now I'm going to mix a little bit of this bright yellow green, like that. into our camo green. Just a little bit more. Yes, at the brushstroke of dawn we ride. As you can see, I'm not painting down in there. That's in shadow. I'm just painting up in here. Like so. Get that. Just getting these edges. Now we'll get the section right there. And I'm not going to worry too much about highlighting the strap on the apron back here. We're just going to run a quick lighter line right there and right there. And we're going to add a little bit more yellow green. Because we do want to actually have a highlight here. You can see how I steady my hand here. We're just going to go right along that edge. All right, now we're going to highlight the fronds here, these green leafy bits. Looking for answers. I could do better. And there's also a little flower right there. Nice. And then we can take this pale green here. think we're going to add just a little bit lighter green right there. Yeah, that helped bring that out just a little bit of that highlight green here, right there. 8-bit, thank you so much. Have to step away. Thanks for a great stream. This was great. Loving the greens there. Thank you. Thanks for all the gifted subs there as well. Yeah, thank you. No, really, that just blew me away. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. We got to get together and price out all those figures for next year. Okay, I'm going to grab a little bit of this pale light green here. I'm going to grab a little bit of our yellow green. Grab a little bit of red here because that's what we're doing with the little fruity berries or whatever she's got here. And I think we're also going to do the flower. A little bit of an orange spot right there for the flower. Then we can grab a little bit of this yellow, a little bit of this orange, very pale. It's all right. Just like that. Okay, so her apron's done, her skirt's done, her blouse is done. Now the little leafy greens are done. I think I want to do a little bit more. I'll grab this. I want to grab a little bit of red. So I got a little bit of linen white here. It's an off-white, so we're not going full-on bright white. And a little bit of red. And we're just gonna dot these little, maybe they're radishes. They're not tomatoes, or tomatoes, however you want to call them. Maybe they're radishes. They're little pink radishes in there. We're also going to do the petals of this flower, because why not? And then we're going to grab our blue. So this is a little bit of cyan blue mixed with dragon blue. The colors that I'm referencing right now are from Reaper, by the way. Reaper Master Series. So we used a Ritterlich blue on her bodice. As you can tell, that's a very dark blue, so we're just going for a mid-tone here. With the mix that I've got going here. That's a wash, okay. All right, mixed a little bit more dragon blue into our dragon blue cyan blue mix here. That's all we really need to do with that. I think I'm going to grab a little bit of dragon blue here just as a highlight. There. So now her blue bodice is done. And we've got kind of a brown green here that we're going to use on the satchel that she's got. Not this part or this part, but the actual like little bag here. Let's have some fun. Let's give her a little purple pouch. She's very colorful anyway. Let's this pouch purple. I know it's supposed to be part of her apron, but I don't really care. I've got a little purple and green. I'm going to mix that together. I'm actually going to use this as the base of her skin. You might be thinking, what? But we do. We have a lot of greens and purples. We have greens because of, what was the reason behind greens? It was purple is because of muscles and blood. Green because of, what am I trying to think of? I've lost it. But anyway. So I'm going to actually mix the two, and we're going to go ahead and do her. She's not going to be a green skin druid, but this is going to be the base for her skin tone. Excuse me. So we're actually going to use tan skin because she's a druid. She's going to be out in the sun, and she doesn't have a more ethnic look to her. So we're going to go for Caucasian skin. If she looked a little bit different, we'd probably change the colors up. But she looks more Caucasian to me. And that's not to say that I've never painted African Americans or Latinos or Asians or anything like that. I have. I actually enjoy painting those skin colors. Letting other like weird skin colors, like greens and blues and purples and stuff like that. I just did some dark elves last week. That was fun. Going down, that's all she wrote. So what I'm going to do here first is I'm going to grab a little bit of tan skin. I'm going to mix it into our green and purple that we made. What color did I paint the dark elves? I used the dark elf triad from Reaper. So it's a dark elf shadow, dark elf skin, dark elf highlight. And it looks like, do I have, no, I don't have them up here right now. But these are the colors. So here's dark elf shadow, obviously your base coat, shadow coat, and then dark elf skin and dark elf highlight. It's kind of a purple gray. Definitely went with more of the Faerun Forgotten Realms type dark elves. Two of them actually got sold at Con of the North this last weekend, so I was pretty happy about it. Les says, I have some giant froghemoths I want to paint, but have a traveler I am running online Friday. Been 2 or 3 months. I have no idea where they jump to. Wah, 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 wah. They've leapt off your table. They've gone on their merry way. If you ever wake up and you have a frog in your throat, that's where they've gone. Oh look, yeah. My notes, bad news. Oh look, more puns. Oh yeah, lead's full of them. All right, so now we're getting into our actual flesh tone color here. Time for a misjump, failed check to the frog planet. Yep. Oh, don't worry, Tom. They'll get worse. It's getting late. Lots of tongue-in-cheek expressions. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm just afraid I'm gonna hit that sleeve. Where was that frog from? Did he say no, but his accent was a tad Polish? Oh. You're gonna drive people away, man. Yeah, he just leapfrogs from one pun to the next. He he keeps those all locked up in his lily pad. All right, so I mixed my tan skin into my tan shadow for a that gradient here. Want to find more frog jokes? Just wade a bit more. Well, we're just gonna wade in. And yeah. We're hoping that the frog puns croak here pretty soon, but we'll see. Oh, geez, it's 10 o'clock already. Holy cow, that 2 hours went fast. So look at that. We started off with a green purple, and now we're moving on up to that Caucasian flesh, but you can still see that green purple in there. Ouch. I got you with one. Dream in my black under my back. Alright, I'm gonna thin this tan skin down here some. And get our mid-tones really cooking here. I'm almost surprised that she's not showing any. There's no ears, but they're just covered up by her hair. And time for our highlight here. We're just going to hit the very top of her cheek here. Just like so. Just to give it that little bit of a highlight. And then we'll do the bridge of her nose. PGH Tom says, I hate to go, but it's time I hop off to bed. It'll be time for work in a few hours. The meeting's looking great, and thank you for being so hospitable and helpful. Absolutely, Tom. Thank you so much for popping in. Um, I hope you come back. I stream Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday nights from 8 to 10, 8 to 11, depending on how many folks are watching and how tired I get. But yeah, come on in, ask questions, and if you have a Instagram or anything like that, any kind of social media, feel free to pop it up on what you're working on as you progress as a beginner, because I'd love to be able to give you pointers and help you out as much as I can and as much as you're looking for. So, thank you again for watching. Hope you have a wonderful night, and we'll catch you again soon. Awesome. Have a good night, Tom. Be well. And that's why I do that stream, folks, is for folks like Tom, for PGH Tom, because that right there just made my night. Brand new painter, just getting started, looking for tips, and he comes in with me painting orange and yellow. But hey, he got something out of it, and that's what I'm here for. I'm super thrilled about that. So we mixed a little bit of our skin tone into our brown color here, which is fine. You can do that. It's just a lighter shade of wheat, right? We're just gonna highlight up this, or start our midtones, I guess I should say, on this bag of goodies she's got. We're just gonna create some texture here by creating some scratches. here. So our purple kind of went more a little gray purple, and that's okay. I'm all right with that. Let's see if I can get her eye here. So I'm going to use our dark orange brown for this little deal here. I want to try and turn it into like a little wicker basket kind of a deal. Epic Realms, how you doing? And Paintwater Sommelier. Am I pronouncing that right? Sommelier? I think that's how you do it. Okay, I've got 2 hours and 20 minutes into her. I still got to do her hair, her sickle, the hedgehogs, the base, and the... Yeah, I still got a ways to go here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and call it for the evening. Oh, thank you all for watching. 8-Bit for Life, thank you for the 6 gifted subs to everybody. Schwartzbauer and Tom and Lead Logic, my moderator, and Tenny for being on, and Epic Realms and Paintwater Sommelier, and who else did we have on here? Schwartzbauer, of course. But yeah, thank you all for being in, for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And as always, happy painting, folks. We're going to raid Paintwater. So we're going to raid Paintwater Sommelier. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. Thanks for watching. Happy painting, folks. Bye.